Ghosting a date. So I 24M was talking to a girl when I was younger, right around 19 or 20. She was 19 and we started talking on Tinder. Everything was going super good, the conversations were good, and we joked around a lot. A couple weeks into us talking, we decided that we should meet up and go on a date. She lived roughly an hour and a half away from me, so by no means was it something we could just plan on a whim and make it worth the time. So we set a day and a time and a few things we wanted to do. We talked for days before the date. She took the day off and I cleared my schedule. I was in between jobs and just moved back in with my parents while I looked for an apartment closer to home. Up until the day of our date, it was all we talked about was seeing each other for the first time. On the day of the date, I got up early and got ready, cleaned my truck really good, and texted her asking if she was ready. She responded saying she was almost ready and she would text me when she was done and not to leave before then. So I waited an hour, texted her again, but there was no response. Waited another hour and texted her again, and still nothing. So by the time it hit 3 p.m., I figured we probably weren't going on the date, but I texted her again anyways, and still nothing. 2 days later, she texts me and apologizes about ghosting me and said she just changed her mind that day about going on the date. I asked her if everything was okay, and she said everything was great. She just wasn't in the mood for a date that day. Fast forward about another week, we arranged another date. At this point in time, I was pretty much over going on a date with this girl because it felt like she was just trying to waste my time. So in petty revenge fashion, I text her and say I am ready to leave. I had no intention of actually going to pick her up, and she said she was ready too. I told her I was on my way, and it took her about 2 hours to figure out I wasn't coming. She texted me several times, and I didn't respond until 2 days later saying that I fell asleep. Obviously, she didn't buy it, but oddly enough, she wasn't mad or upset. She actually found it funny and said we were even and that we should actually go on a date now. I never went on a date with her. We did stay friends and talk for a while, but it never became more than that, and I am honestly happy that we never went on any dates. Comment by Avatar Wong. God, I'm so glad I'm not in the dating pool anymore. Comment by Laka76. I went on a date with a woman. I thought it went well. Everything seemed to vibe between us. Took my kids on a weekend trip the week after and sent her some pictures that she responded to, then asked her about another date the weekend after. Never heard from her again. I was told to never double text, but I texted her again a few weeks later to see what was going on, and she never replied to that either. That really sucked. I hate the idea of ghosting. I just let them know I wasn't interested and then move on. Ghosting is so cruel in my opinion. Comment by ATLBOY1996. Well done. Online dating really sucks sometimes. Had my time wasted frequently.